what would March be without the joys of the simple daffodil? And, this is in front of the pond, which I think it's time we had a proper look at the pond. So it looks scarily big at the moment, but obviously everything will grow, and all around it with wildflower seed, and the paths we've resown with grass seed. There is a bit of decking at the other end, with a bench so we can sit and watch the dragonflies. All those little sticks mark positions of plants which need to get planted, because it's going to be quite kind of shrubby at either end, and try and blend it much more into the landscape than the previous pond, which did look slightly derived from space. But the reflections are, you put water down, the reflections are just magical. And you start to see all sorts of things, which is a slightly different light, because things get reflected and you see the water from all sorts of different areas. But as you look at it from the other side of the orchard, it doesn't look so big. Maybe it is. Anyway, it is what it is, and it is absolutely lovely. But so you've got some plants that are still performing brilliantly, left over from, frankly, December, January times. And these heathers and the remains of these little grasses are very, very pretty. And there are various places around the garden where I've got heathers. There's here, and then there's up in the big curved bed by the wall. And, the heathers and the hellebores, they've been going for ages now, but they're still putting on a fantastic show. What the difference is now is that their knees are being surrounded by fresh new growth, because March has been pretty mild, actually. And so lots of things are springing into growth. And it's a very exciting patchwork of different greens, and the blue greens and the yellow greens and the silvery greens. And they're all going to be great big plants when they grow up. Well, apart from obviously the little spring sweet pea. It's not sweet pea, it's a perennial pea of some sort, but it's lovely. Of course, the front of the house, I've got lots of aubrietia, which, was a drastic, got to put something in there 2 years ago. But actually, I love aubrietia, and people are slightly snooty about it. It's a bit common, I think, possibly. But it's glorious, and the way it'll just take hold, even in the cracks in a wall, and flower away, it's just what's not to like. And, it's not really meant to be pink in that bit of the garden, but I'm not about to throw it away. It's glorious. The second glory of this time of year is the woodland floor. Between the birches here, I've got a whole array of little things that love coming through before the trees come out. And first and foremost, of course, is the Euphorbia robbii, which, they are fabulous. They spread, they're great. The little anemone blanders are lovely. This is kind of before they've properly opened in the sun. And there's Brunnera and there's Scilla and there's cowslips coming and everything. But then ultimately in the spring, it is about the bulbs. So whether it's as simple as, a plain daffodil on a bank, I think it's February gold, a single glorious tulip. This pale yellows, I'm really liking it this year. The incredible scent from these hyacinths, which, in different areas, and the way they set off by the new peony foliage is amazing. But as you come back and look at the whole garden from a distance, the light is amazing. The blossom on that upright pear tree is just stunning, and it's the first thing that comes out. It comes out really before the leaves come out, and every year I just stop and stare and just enjoy it. It's the first thing that comes into blossom in the garden, and it's simply heaven.